What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Mid Figo, and obviously if you haven't heard or if you've not been following the channel very long, first of all go down below and like this video and subscribe. Now that's over and done with, we did manage to go ahead and pack this guy as our first icon of FIFA 20 and I'm absolutely gassed. It took me ages to get an icon in the last FIFA, and actually these are literally my first ever icons on FIFA whatsoever. I didn't really go too hard in FIFA 17, 18. I played quite a bit of it, but the teams that I had in them were nothing in comparison to obviously what these are. So actually packing my first icon already, 2 months into the year, is absolutely insane. What makes it more insane is it was the first 100k pack that I actually opened on this channel, so that was insane. Unfortunately, I didn't get the reaction of it because something with the audio, it messed up, and unfortunately that took away from the rewards video, but we still have the card. He's coming in. On the off days is about 870 to 890, and then on the kind of peak periods where it's like foot champs or stuff like that, he goes up to about 920, 930. So you can see the fluctuations in price right now. Personally, I'm trying to sell mine still for the higher price. I'm just waiting for the weekend league. As you can see, he has been in a lot of teams, so bear that in mind. You're looking at a Serie A objective team at the minute. I used him a bit in this one, but I also used him in Foot Champs last week as well, with my better players with Mbappe and Neymar up front, with De Jong and Fabinho as CDMs, obviously Semedo being my right back, and PK and Ramos being my my centre backs. So he has been in a few teams and I've really tried him out quite a lot. I'm actually quite sad to see him go because he's my first icon, but for 900k, the fact that literally 300k more and I can go get Messi, I'm quite happy to sell him for that, because personally for me, he's not a right wing. He's a fantastic cam. Really nice cam, and unfortunately for him, that position has been filled. Zidane is not leaving the team in the foreseeable future unless I pack someone absolutely insane. But Figo is still a very nice player, and he's one of them ones that, yes, his baby, there's better babies out there, but actually an 88 rated cam with the stats that he does have, I'm really happy with his baby as well. That's one of the cards that I did want to go pick up. He's coming in at 715k as well, so you can already say he's one of the higher rated babiys. So I think Figo doesn't necessarily have a bad card to say. Like normally you've got your, who have you got? You got Nakata, to be honest, not great all round, and you've got people like Lineker's kind of baby card, but his prime may look actually relatively nice. You've got someone like Hadji. Actually, I believe his baby is better than his mid or something along them lines, and I think there's a couple of other players that have different cards, and one's bad, one's good. You've got a load of them, whereas I think Figo actually has a really nice balance throughout. Obviously, like I say, his baby is 88, his mid is 90, which is the one we're doing, and then he also does have a prime Figo, which is 92, and obviously the mid and the prime are both right wings. The stats on him are really nice, like, don't get me wrong, 90 pace, 91 dribbling, 88 passing, and 86 shooting. That's really nice. He's a 4-star as well, which always adds to it. I feel like that's an incredible stats already. Like literally without even breaking it down, we've already got some very nice stats on the card. 5'11", right-footed with a medium work rate. Again, I can deal with all of that. And he's a bit of a bulkier player. He's not necessarily the kind of quick right wing like Dembele, like Messi, like, say, for instance, on the other side, Hazard, Salah. There's a lot more smaller agile players. Even though his agility is relatively high up at 88, balance is a little bit lacking at 79. I just found him so much more useful in the central midfield role. Obviously, I'd have to move Zidane out for him, but obviously this was prior to getting Zidane. And then I did try him for a lot of the time on the right wing as well, just trying to mix the positions up. And if I don't really find a player is working too much on the right wing, like he was doing well on the wing, but personally I felt like there was more to the card. I felt like he could do a lot more with what he's actually got, and bringing him in the middle was absolutely fantastic. He was scoring, he was assisting. Obviously it meant that I could have a faster player on the right wing, so he's spraying balls out to Messi, to Neymar and Dembele. Really, really nice play right there. Obviously, in-game, I'd had to change him and someone had to be off chem. For the reviews anyway, for him going in cam, I kept him on 10 and moved him in and then just played Dembele off on chem, basically. So, for me, I really like this card. Is he worth the 8 to 900k? That's what we're going to discuss at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be looking through all the stats first, then we're going to go on to some gameplay and some kind of in-game stuff, what I found with him, and then we'll move over to the overall review. So if you do enjoy these kind of content, enjoy this review style, let me know down below, like and subscribe whilst you're down there, and let's get into it. So, 90 pace, 91 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. No problem with that whatsoever. It's up there. It's a nice stat. It's on the high end, so I can't really complain about that. Chemistry style wise, personally, I probably would just leave it alone. I relatively think that's a good amount. I don't think you need to really go overboard on it. You definitely don't need a hunter or anything like that. So that's already a stat ticked off for him. The next one will be his passing. I feel like his passing was absolutely sublime. 90 short pass, 85 long pass. Really, really nice. 90 crossing, if that became a meta, that would be a lovely stat to have on a right wing version of him, in the sense of actually using him in the right wing. 88 vision, 76 curve. Again, high stat. Curve I'm not really too fussed about. What has he got? 83 free kick accuracy. Again, the glitch kind of bypasses pretty much most of that nowadays. 91 dribbling. Like I said just a minute ago, 88 agility, absolutely fantastic. 79 balance, which again I can see. I personally didn't find it, didn't really see too much in the game. You could see it whenever someone's tackling, bit wobbly. Sometimes you see a lot of players like, for instance, Zidane, Neymar, Mbappe, all seem to land quite relatively on their feet and manage to keep going. Figo, yes, I could kind of see it on some of the challenges. For me, though, I didn't have it as a massive negative. I did have it because, to be honest, really they're the only things necessarily low on this card. Everything else, 86 reactions, 91 ball control, 93 dribbling, and 87 composure. All fantastic, all really, really nice. The composure stat as well, absolutely brilliant to have something along them lines. Defending will skip because personally I don't think he is a defender in the slightest. He's got 84 stamina, which is good enough to be honest. 72 jumping, again, do you really need it? 77 strength and 76 aggression. So for someone relatively taller and a little bit more stocky, I was a bit surprised that he didn't have as much strength as I thought he would. But personally, again, I've put it down as a negative. It's a low negative. It's not one of them ones that will kind of deter you away from this card. It's a very, very low drop in the ocean compared to all of this card. Chemistry style wise, personally, we are absolutely cancelling out Catalyst and Hunter. Personally, I just don't think you need that in the slightest. If you was to necessarily go with Hawk, it's not a bad shout. You get 95 pace, 91 shooting, and 83 physical. It's definitely doable right there. That, for me, would be more of a centre forward card. I think that would actually be really nice on a centre forward version of him. You've got Sniper giving him 97 dribbling and 92 shooting. Again, more of a central forward card. I think that would work really well with that. If I was going perhaps for Deadeye, again, this one would be more cam. It would turn him into a 94 cam overall. He'd end up with 94 shooting and 94 passing. If you was to go for the absolute basic, 93 pace, 87 shooting, 92 passing, 95 dribbling, and 81 physical, it would be a 93 cam, 92 centre forward, 93 right wing. It's not bad at all. I think you could definitely just keep him at basic and be quite happy. But I think what realistically goes on and what the best kind of decision you can make with this is all dependent on where you want to play him. If I was playing him more as a cam right wing, I'd be looking more at Deadeye. If I was going for more a central forward role, I'd be looking at Sniper, Hawk, Marksman. Let's have a look at Marksman. Turn him into a 93 cam, 93 centre forward, 93 right wing, 94 shooting, 96 dribbling, 82 physical. Again, play around with them. For me, Sniper and Hawk for a centre forward, Deadeye and... what was it? Deadeye and... I can't remember what the last one was. Was it just Deadeye for right wing? Yeah, just Deadeye. Deadeye for right wing, and then Cam, Hawk, or Sniper. Or you could actually kind of go with Marksman as well. All depending on what you actually fancy from this card. So, how did he play in game? For me, pace-wise was absolutely fantastic. Dribbling was very smooth. I feel like it could be a little bit better. I felt like when you're looking at like someone like Dembele, Messi, Salah, Mane, they're very, very smooth, very agile dribbling, very nice on the ball, and it seems very effortless. I felt like he was that little bit clunkier than them, personally, if I'm absolutely comparing them to them specific players. If I was looking, for instance, at someone like Sane, someone a little bit bigger, someone a little bit taller, you're getting roughly the same results. I feel like Figo, finishing-wise, was fantastic. Really, really nice. Passing was on point. Strength, again, little bit of a negative. Not too much, to be honest. So, going in the overall review. Personally, like I say, he's a cam for me. I really like him as a cam. But he is a right wing, so I'm putting who's better in that position. Personally, I do think he's better than the likes of Gnabry, Pepe. But then when it comes to people like Osman Dembele, Messi, Salah, he doesn't hold a torch to them just because he, for me, plays more central. As a right wing, I think he does well, and I think he definitely does the best of what he can. But I do think he's wasted in my team and how I play as a winger. I prefer him more in that central role for me. Messi obviously being better. 890k, like I said. 7 out of 10 value for coins. 9 out of 10 for foot champs. And a 9 out of 10 for the overall. I was really, really happy with this card. Obviously, packing him was just the best feeling ever. But actually playing with him and getting a decent icon out of the way, the same as Zidane, I was really happy to get such a nice card as well. It could have been absolutely anybody, and I must admit, I'm really happy with Figo. I would actually really like to see what his prime is like, and even then, see what his prime moment's like. If it actually comes into a cam, that would be absolutely fantastic. I think that would be a really, really nice card to try and grind towards if it is an SBC. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, that is always fantastic. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.